What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Lito FX back at it again with another banger market forecast video. So this video gonna be nice, short, and sweet. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm expecting for the week. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm expecting for the week, and then I'll let y'all go. So here on US 30, just like we've been talking about literally for the last 4 weeks now, the last month. This looks like a buy, a buying opportunity up into this level of resistance, simply because we've been having a lot of bullish momentum, telling us that the overall bias right now is currently buy. So until the market tells me otherwise, then pretty much I'm gonna be looking for buys. So the first area that we could target on a weekly time frame is right at this area of resistance around 34,325. On a daily time frame, pretty much same thing. We ended Friday with this rejection candle here, so that lets us know that we still pushing up this uptrend structure. However, since we are approaching that level of resistance, we got to be real mindful of that, because now that we are approaching that level of resistance, the story here is that every time price came here, it pushed down, and it pushed down. So price was to ever make its way back up to the level of resistance again, we could potentially see price push down. So we have to be very mindful of that. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we can see here we still forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now we can see here that on the H4 that we have this pattern ascending channel. So we have divergence here going down on the RSI, going up inside of the market. So we have to be mindful of that. And since we are having that pattern approaching this level of resistance, that is a high indication that we could see the market turn around from that area. And since we're getting that pattern, the first area we'd be looking for a price pull back to is the most recent high that it broke. So we have to keep that in mind. So I'm going to show my charts now. You can see I have that pattern illustrated as such. On H1, we can see here still forming higher highs, higher low points all throughout this area. On Friday, I capitalized on this sell just based off price coming to this level of this daily trend line here. So the story here was every time the price came and touched this red line and pushed down. So now that we at this level, now that we were at that level, I was looking for overall sell opportunity up into this trend line / this like zone right here, and that's where I ended up pulling it. Now, currently, since we are still sitting in this overall area, we could expect to see potentially some consolidation since we at this daily trend line. Usually when you're at a higher time frame trend line, you will see levels of consolidation. Now, for this 1 hour structure that we're currently in, since we had this huge impulse push down to end the week and we broke this minor structure higher low point, we could potentially see the market do something like this, where it could come down to this negative 27 TP based off of this minor structure fit. However, since the overall bias is bullish, I'm gonna be continue to look for buys up until the point where we break right here and retest this trend line. Then we could look to carry it there. If we do not break and retest this trend line, I'm continuing to look for overall buys. So like I said, since the higher time frame is telling us it's bullish, we have to stay in alignment with the overall trend. We never want to go against the trend. So we don't really want to take sales until we break beneath this blue trend line here and retest it to carry it down. Other than that, I'm looking for price to continue up to at least push up to potentially something like this. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Something like this here. So I'll be looking for price to potentially pull back into this level of support, retest, and then we could push up to these highs. So that's what I'm looking for overall US 30. Not the cleanest to start the week. However, once you gain a little bit more structure, then you can pretty much look for some structure levels to break and retest to capitalize on either one of these moves. So definitely just be in the loop for that. Now for NAS, pretty much same thing. And the reason why I got this ghost pattern on NAS currently is because I just did the call on Jessica, my mentor, Jessica Lane. If that's pretty much everybody else. Everybody always kind of asks in the comments like who I learned from. I learned from two people. If y'all watch my very first YouTube video, I learned from Clint and I learned from Jessica. My very two mentors, pretty much the same like style for the most part. So like if you ever wonder who I learned from, that's who I learned from. But I just did a call for her students, so that's the reason why I got this growth pattern, because I was just telling them um, overall what I'm looking for. So actually, let me go ahead and give y'all this link. So here, if y'all go to her page, y'all can rewatch this whole video. I literally just did a whole 30-minute call that was live. So if you're in my Telegram chat, then you were able to pretty much like capitalize on that, because I sent the link out to my Telegram chat. The Telegram chat will be in the description below. That way you can catch those live calls when I do those, because usually I just put it in my Telegram chat. Sometimes I don't even put it on my Instagram. I just put it inside of my Telegram chat, and then y'all can see here I was telling them like, okay, y'all get the best of both worlds. So I'm gonna do the YouTube call, and I'm gonna do Jessica's live call, and then I'll drop the link for them inside of that. So definitely be on the look out for that next time I do something like that. However, let's get back to this. On the weekly time frame for NAS, we can see still forming higher highs and higher lows in this like uptrend structure. The next area that we could potentially target is this level of resistance here, kind of like 1350. Let's just say 13,600. That's like the area we gonna be potentially looking for. On daily time frame, pretty much telling us the same thing: higher highs and higher lows. 4 hour, still pretty clean. We had a trend line. Let's delete this fib so it doesn't confuse y'all. We had a trend line break and retest, and let's delete this as well. So we had a break and a retest of this trend line. So overall projection, like I've just told y'all on US 30, I could see price continue to push up simply because the overall trend is bullish. However, if we break and retest this trend line here and break beneath this low, then we could look to carry it down to this next level of support right here. I had a minor structure fib, which was what I just had on the screen. Since we broke this previous higher low point and we're still making lower highs, it's a potential possibility that price could come down here, but based on the overall structure, I see buys. However, I'm open to the market telling me otherwise. So if it does break beneath this trend line retest, then look to carry it down to that level of support. Then once it breaks beneath there, then you could carry it to that negative 27 TP. But like I said, overall, I can see price coming up here, and then we have this negative 61.8 based off of this fib here that we could potentially target. So whenever you so close to like a negative 61.8 or a major level of support or resistance, and it's like super close, price could potentially like push up and hit that negative 61.8 before then reversing. So we have to be mindful of that. Now for gold is a real interesting pair right now, simply because we are approaching like these all-time highs on gold, which is crazy because we were just at 1,600 like literally in October, and now we all the way back up at 2,000. Just nuts. But we can see we was in this overall uptrend for gold. Now that we had this rejection like doji type candle, that let us know that on the higher time frames we're starting to see some indecision inside of the market. So that could be an indication that the market is now about to turn around. So we have to be very mindful of that. Now on a daily time frame, you can see here we had this bearish variation candlestick pattern along with this ascending channel along with divergence. So that's the indication that the market could potentially start to turn bearish now, because they're starting to favor it's starting to give bearish signs inside of the market. So when the market begins to show you bearish signs, then that's an indication like, okay, hey, we might be turning for we might be going in sell bias pretty here soon. So as long as we get a break of structure on a smaller time frame, then we could look for that overall transition. And we can see here that we broke this high, but we never really had like a real clean retest. We had a break, but we kind of consolidated sideways here, and it wasn't like a clean break and retest. So if we do sell down, then I can see price coming back to this level, previous level of resistance that got broken. Now that we had to push away from that area, retest, and then push up higher potentially. Now, H4, a little bit more details. We still forming higher highs and higher lows. Currently, since we sitting at this trend line and this level of support, As long as we maintain this, then my bias is bullish all the way up to this like level of resistance, kind of like 2065, which is this negative 27 area. And then if we break beneath this previous higher low point, which is this green line here, retest this trend line, then that is a good sign that we're going to be taking selling opportunities down to this level of support, which is that level of resistance on a higher time frame that I was telling you that got broken and never really got retested. So definitely look out for that. But right now this clean looks pretty clean for a buy. So if we break above this high retest, then look to carry that up. But it is Sunday, so the market just opened, so I'm not in a super rush to pretty much be entering a trade. So I'll pretty much wait for like New York session if for a price to get a little bit more volume to push price in our intended direction. So that is what I'm looking for the overall week. Make sure y'all go out and kill it. Be patient this week. I think I was talking about that like last week where I was telling y'all just to be patient enough and wait for the market to come to you. It's no rush to get inside the market. The market just open. You'll make a lot more money when you're being patient versus just trying to get in trades that aren't solidified or don't have a lot of confirmation. So let's go out. Let's kill it this week. I appreciate all of you guys' support. We almost at 10K subs, and once we get to 10K subs, I did say that I would be giving out my course for free to one lucky subscriber. So let's go ahead and get us there. Currently, we are at about...
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy.
I just went to my page. So we are at 8,000 subscribers, 8,480 subscribers. So once we get to 10K, then like I said, I'll be doing a giveaway. So definitely share with your friends. The more supporters, the more subscribers, it's just more incentive for me to do more videos for you guys. So not just the weekly outlook videos, but like vlogs, trade breakdowns, X, Y, and Z. Like I told you guys last week, I do have a video that's about to drop here soon. I'm just waiting for the cameraman to finish editing it, and then I'm also waiting for the other portion of my car to get here because I ordered some parts like I was telling you last week for my CA build, and some of the parts came but the rest of the parts didn't come, so I was waiting for those to get done, and that's why it's pretty much the video is not overall finished yet because we still got a little bit more to do to the car before it's ready. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Like we talked about last week, I only have one Instagram page, Mike.Lito. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. And then I think that's about it. A lot of people always ask me what platform I trade on inside the comments. I trade on MT4. The broker I use is KOT Forex. The link will be in the description. Definitely take advantage of that. And then, yeah, so I will see you all again next week. Happy trading. Let's get straight to it.